at 40 years, fruits of a fulfilled partnership of maintaining and consolidating people's security, stability, and prosperity. As you can see on that banner, that is the theme under which we shall mark this event. Friends, this is an annual event celebrated by Ugandans in general and UPDF in particular, commemorating the 6th of February 1981. That's what is in Kiswahili referred to as tarehe-sita. 40 years ago, on 5th February 1981, a few patriots started a journey that took them through the region of Greater Masaka and on to attacking Kabamba Barracks. This marked the commencement of a determined resistance in the form of a popular and protracted struggle by the people against dictatorial regimes. Tarehe-sita celebrations mark and recognize heroism, gallantry exhibited by the few young Ugandans who made the foundation upon which UPDF rests today as a people's force and a vanguard force in the struggle to achieve socio-economic transformation. This year, the main activities will be conducted in Greater Masaka. And Greater Masaka is identified because of its significance. One, earlier on in the 70s, we had anti-Amin struggles. 1972-73, there was a confrontation between Idi Amin's army and forces which were fighting to restore sanity, and those main activities occurred in Masaka area. In 1978-79, the war which involved the Tanzania People's Defense Forces working with some Ugandan groups like Chikosi Marum and Fronasa were they mainly conducted their activities through Masaka axis. However, directly linked to tarehe-sita, Greater Masaka was the corridor through which the few patriots under the leadership of then young Yoweri Kaguta Museveni traversed to attack Kabamba Barracks. In this regard, Greater Masaka qualifies to be the launch pad for tarehe-sita. Those of you who may not know our recent history, in the final stages of the protracted People's War in 1985, Greater Masaka became home of the final decisive battles such as the siege of Masaka Barracks, the Rwengo operations, and the famous Katonga battles that culminated in the defeat of the Uganda National Liberation Army along the Allied forces before Kampala fell on 26 January 1986. Additionally, we had noted these events in this particular region. We've been holding these events on a rotational basis, and most regions have hosted this. Now, what do we do when we are celebrating tarehe-sita? We carry out we carry out what we call civil-military cooperation activities. All armies hold this function of civil-military cooperation as an important ingredient of operations of the military. So, in this year particularly, the Department of Political Commissariat and our major department of civil-military cooperation will spearhead mobilization and activities with the population which will take cognizance of the circumstances under which we are operating of the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, and also the uniqueness of our 40th anniversary being a significant period the Army has journeyed. We shall, on top of Greater Masaka, do also some activities in the capital city, which is Kampala, so there will be limited symbolic civil-military cooperation activities also in the city. What shall we be focusing on? This year, the forces recognizing that we cannot do activities which involve a lot of crowding are interested in carrying out home-to-home and closer community operations like public health areas where we shall get involved in sanitization, fumigation, and general cleaning. However, this particular year, in conjunction with the National Forest Authority, the forces are targeting to plant more than 5 million trees as a way of recognizing the contemporary and topical issue of climate change. Our forces have been mobilized. They will operate wherever they are, but particularly the areas where we are going to focus during this period of observing our 40 years to ensure we contribute to the agenda of mitigating climate change activity problems. In this, we look forward to working closely with different sectors of the population, especially the young people. We look at opportunities for them to invest in the green industry. As the Army, our business arm, the National Enterprise Corporation, we have already a plan to go in that direction, and we hope through our civil-military cooperation activities during this period, our youth, our young people, can benefit from what NEC is already putting in place. Friends, to announce that as routine, our own departments shall engage in some renovation activities, some public and community-related activities have been identified, and our engineers are already in the field, and they are going to conduct several renovation activities in different constituencies where we shall be. The details are available, but on the whole, we have the following activities. Starting tomorrow, the Command-in-Chief will officially launch the beginning of these 40 years anniversary activities, and he will do it at Katonga, where the Army is going to set up a historic National Military Museum, and tomorrow His Excellency will lay a foundation stone for the construction of the first ever National Military Museum in our country. Our engineers who are already in the field are going to do work in Masaka City, in Masaka District, in Karungu District, in Bukomansimbi District, in Rwengo District, Karangara District, the municipalities of Shira and Nansana in Wakiso, and works in the Kampala City, Capital City Authority. And particularly in Kampala Capital City Authority, we are already closely working with KCCA authorities. Our doctors equally are going to be in the field, and in the Masaka area, they will be engaging in surgical camps. They have identified these camps to be held in all constituencies of the 5 districts in which we are going to operate. Our military leaders shall visit the districts, and on 30th, we shall have a major launch of the activities at Masaka City, and here the people will be informed and also sensitized about what will take place during this period. On 31st, in all the districts where we are going to operate, also our military leaders with some of the political leaders will launch the activities at the district headquarters, signaling the beginning of our forces to be out to work with the communities. So this tarehe-sita is not going to be like the normal ones we have, because in the past we would do activities which end on 6th of February, but for the 40th anniversary, we want to conduct a year-long activities in the areas I have already mentioned about. Given the times we are in, is that this will be an opportunity for UPDF to closely link up with the population in consolidating what we call foundation security, because we think people must participate in their own safety, like we have been enforcing Ministry of Health, enforcing the Uganda Police, reinforcing the Uganda Police in ensuring that our people keep safe from the COVID-19. We also, in the same spirit, think during this period where we are holding a unique election under the threat of the pandemic, the closer we are with the population, the better we can consolidate their own involvement in keeping safe, in avoiding cases that may lead to some uncalled for confrontation and so on. So our participation and observance of this event is killing 2 birds with 1 stone. We hope it will give us an opportunity to closely have links with our people as in line with our functions provided by the Constitution. Our function, core function number 3, if you read the Constitution, states that we are obliged to foster harmony and understanding between ourselves as a force and the civilians. So this anniversary provides us an opportunity at this point in time when there are many challenging, unique situations which need the vigilance of the population, which calls for discipline of the population to ensure that we foster harmony and understanding as each of us plays their role. So to work with us, because as I said, people-to-people contacts will be limited. The defense spokesperson who will be spearheading the publicity program requires maximum support, because we think in celebrating this particular event, it should be media heavy. So we use this opportunity to enjoin you into also focusing on this important event as you focus on other areas that concern the public, the government, and humanity as a whole. With those remarks, look on to cases that slide into impunity. If all our people avoid impunity, the army will smoothly work with all stakeholders. The problem comes when some sections of our stakeholders slide into cases of impunity. I am going to be around briefly for some of the clarifications you may need on tarehe-sita or any other matter you think I am qualified to comment on. Thank you for listening to me, for God and my country.